Hello, good morning students. Welcome back once again to another video for the laws of motion. Today I have another numerical from you from the textbook, which is the in-text question, not the exercise. Up till now, whichever questions we have been doing were the in-text questions, and from the next video onwards we will try with the exercise questions. So the question states that two objects of masses 100 grams and 200 grams are moving with the velocities of 2 meters per second and 1 meters per second respectively. Okay, so we have been given two objects. So I can write M1 is equal to 100 grams and M2 is equal to 200 grams. Okay? And the next statement states that they have the velocities 2 meters per second and 1 meters per second respectively. That means the first one has the velocity u1 as 2 meters per second and the second one velocity u2 as 1 meters per second. Okay? Now the question starts. They collide, so obviously they are moving in the same line. Okay, so this is the object of 100 gram moving with the velocity of 2 meters per second, and we have another object of 200 grams moving with the velocity of 1 meters per second. So we have a situation somewhat like this. This is the object M1 and this is another object M2. Okay, this is 100 grams, this is 200 grams. Okay, this is having velocity of 1 meter per second and this is having velocity of 2 meters per second. So obviously this object which is moving is going to come towards the second object, and then they are colliding. So it states that after the collision, the first object moves at a velocity of 1.67 meters per second. So the first object which is having velocity of 2 meters per second, so after colliding, its velocity reduces. So obviously if this object is striking this one, then the velocity of this one will reduce and the velocity of this object will increase. So it will be more than 1 meter per second. So we are supposed to find the velocity of the second object, that is after the collision. So we have been given the final velocity v1 over here, that is 2 meters per second of the first object. We have been given 1.67 meters of the first object, and we need to find velocity of the second object, that is after the collision. So we have been given v1, but we need to find v2. Now obviously after the striking, the masses are not going to change, they remain the same. That is why the masses are not given, only the velocities are given. So no need to panic, and we are going to use the formula for law of conservation of momentum. Similarly, what we did when we solved the example for the bullet and the gun, that when it is fired we get the jerk at the back side. Similarly, the same formula we will use, which is like this: M1 U1 plus M2 U2 is equal to M1 V1 plus M2 V2, because we know the initial and the final momentum of the object does not change. So we need to solve this one. Okay, substituting the values, but as you can see that the masses are given in grams, you need to convert them into kilograms. So when you are converting grams into kilograms, we divide it by 1000. So I can write over here that M1, that is 100 grams, divided by 1000, and U1 is given as 2 meters per second. For simplicity purpose, I am giving brackets so that it is easier for you to understand. So this is the M1 U1. This part is M1 U1. I am writing plus, then M2 U2. So M2 is 200 grams. So again I am writing 200 grams by 1000. So now I can remove the grams. I have converted it into kilograms. And what is the velocity of M2? It is 1. So multiplying it with 1. Simple. Which gives me M1 V1, that is once again 100 grams. So I am writing 100 upon 1000 and the velocity v1 is given as 1.67 into 1.67. Okay, so this becomes m1 v1 plus m2. What is m2? 200. So you can once again write brackets 200 by 1000 into v2. So we have everything. Solving this, we can find the value of v2. Now we simplify this equation, which is quite easy. Okay, so two zeros get cancelled over here. So we have 2 1 upon 10. So 2 1 is 2 upon 10. So what you get is 0.2. Okay, plus once again over here 2 upon 10. Any number multiplied by 1 is the number itself. So 2 upon 10, that is 2 by 10, is once again 0.2. Quite simple. Over here, the same thing. 100 upon 1000, two zeros get cancelled. So what we have over here is 1 upon 10, that is 0.1 into 1.67 plus 200 upon 1000. Once again, removing the two zeros, we have 2 upon 10, that is 0.2. So I am writing 0.2 into v2. Now we have simplified the whole equation, and we will simplify it further. Once again, 0.2 plus 0.2 is 0.4. Okay, that is equal to 0.1 into 1.67. So basically you are just adding one decimal point, because 1 multiplied by the number is number itself. So I am writing 167, and I have 2 and plus 1, 3 decimal points. So 1, 2 and 3, so I am writing 0.167 into, plus 0.2 v2. I will do all the revision to what we have done over here till now. M1 is 100 grams, that is the mass of this object, which is having velocity 2 meters per second. We have 200 grams, that is the mass of the second object, having velocity 1 meters per second. Obviously this object, the first object, is faster, so it will strike the second object, which is much more in size, or you can say in mass. Okay, and therefore its velocity will reduce and this velocity will increase. And to solve this, we simply use the formula of the law of conservation of momentum, that is initial momentum and final momentum remains the same. So initial momentum for both the objects, that is m1 u1, mass is 100, so 100 upon 1000 into 2. In the same way, 200 upon 1000 into 1, because u1 is 2 and u2 is 1, because u1, that is the velocity of the first object, is 2 meters per second, and u2, which is the velocity of the second object, becomes 1. Simply substituting the values, solving this, two zeros get cancelled. So 1 upon 10 is 0.1 and 0.1 into 2 is 0.2. Same thing over here, 2 upon 10, because two zeros get cancelled, and 2 upon 10 is 0.2 and 0.2 into 1 is number itself, so 0.2. So 0.2 plus 0.2, we get 0.4. On the right hand side of the equal to sign, we have m1 v1, which has been given to us. That mass of the the first object moves at a velocity of 1.67. So we have v1, velocity of the first object. So it is 100 upon 1000 into 1.67. That gives us 100 upon 1000 is 0.1 into 1.67. Simple multiplication. 1 into number is number itself, but we have one more decimal point. So I am writing 0.167 instead of 1.67 into 0.2, that is 2 upon 10. Once again, two zeros get cancelled, so 0.2 into v2, and we have to find this v2. Okay, up till now it is clear to you, right? Now moving forward, 0.2 plus 0.2, we have written 0.4. I need to find the value of 0.2 v2. So I am taking this 0.167 on that side of the equal to sign. So the plus 0.167 will become minus 0.167. So what we have over here is 0.4 minus 0.167 is equal to 0.2 v2. Okay, we just changed the sign for 0.167 because we need to find the value of 0.2 v2. Understood? Now, as you can as you already know that A is equal to B, therefore B is equal to A, so I am just changing the size. I am writing 0.2 V2 like this on the left hand side and 0.4 minus 0.167 on the right hand side. So I can get the value of V2 quite easily for you to understand. Now simple subtraction over here, as we know that 0.4 and 0.167 they both are having decimal places, and therefore I can add as many zeros I want on the right hand side of the decimal object. That is why 0.4 I can add 3 zeros, 1, 2 and 3 minus 0.167 like this, and you can solve it further. Now this becomes simple subtraction. So 10 minus 7 is 3, 9 minus 6 is 3 and 3 minus 1 is 2. So what you get is simple subtraction, that is 0.233. So I can write finally 0.2 V2 is equal to 0.233. This is simple subtraction, students. No need to get confused. On the right hand side of the decimal I can add zeros and then subtract the basic subtraction process. Moving forward, now it is quite simple. You simply find the value of V2 by taking 0.2 in the cross multiplication, because now we are in multiplication. You cannot take 0.2 on that side and subtract it. This 0.2 is in multiplication with V2. So in order to find the value of V2, I have to cross multiply 0.2 on the other side. So this will become V2 is equal to 0.233 by 0.2. Understood? Cross multiplying 0.2 on the other side and it becomes in the denominator of 0.233. Now because I have to remove this decimal point, I will multiply both on the numerator and denominator by 10, which will give me V2 is equal to 2.33 upon 2, so that I can solve it easily. 2 1 is 2, once again 2 1 is 2, and 2 1 is remaining, 2 6 12, once again 1 is remaining, 2 5 10. So what you get, V2 is equal to 1.165 meters per second. And this is how you find the value of V2. So as you can see, I told you that the velocity of the first object 2 meters per second decreased to 0.167, and because it is striking the second object, its velocity is going to increase. So before its velocity was 1 meters per second, now it is 1.165 meters. So it has increased a little bit. Because it is a heavier object or it is having more mass, therefore its velocity has not increased drastically, but a little bit. I hope it is clear to you, students, and from the next video onwards we will start with the exercise questions. Have a nice day.